You tell yourself you'll save money this month. You mean it. You even feel disciplined for a few days. Then one night, you order something you don't really need. Not because you planned to, not because you're irresponsible, but because something inside you felt heavy, and buying something felt like relief. And afterward, you sit there thinking, why do I keep doing this to myself? Problem deep dive. It doesn't look dramatic from the outside. It's small things. Food delivery when you're tired, random online carts, little treats after stressful days. You call it laziness, bad discipline, weak willpower. But notice when it happens. Not when you're calm, not when life feels stable. It happens after arguments, after long work days, after feeling ignored, after feeling empty. Money becomes comfort, a tiny reward, a soft landing. For 5 minutes, it feels good. Then the guilt comes, and the self-talk starts. I'm terrible with money. I'll never be financially stable. Something's wrong with me. It slowly becomes part of your identity. Not just, I overspend, but I am bad with money. And that belief quietly shapes every decision after that. You avoid checking your balance, you delay budgeting, you feel shame opening banking apps. So the cycle repeats. But here's the strange part. If it were really about money, why does it only happen when you're emotional? Reframe. Maybe this isn't a money problem. Maybe it's an emotional regulation problem. And that changes everything. Because it means you're not broken. You're adapting. Your brain isn't trying to sabotage you. It's trying to protect you. Just in a very outdated way. The same way stress eating isn't about hunger, emotional spending isn't about need. It's about relief. Your brain isn't saying, buy this, it's saying, please feel better. And money just happens to be the fastest button to press. But why does the brain choose spending specifically? Why not something else? That's where the psychology gets interesting. Psychological mechanism. Your brain runs on a simple rule. Reduce pain, increase reward. That's it. Deep inside, there's a system called the dopamine reward circuit. It doesn't care about logic. It cares about relief. When you feel stressed or lonely, your brain detects a threat. Not a tiger, but social rejection, uncertainty, failure. To your nervous system, those feel just as dangerous. So cortisol rises. Your body feels tense. Now your brain searches for a quick reward. Something fast, predictable, guaranteed. Shopping is perfect. Click, pay, done. Immediate dopamine. It's like pressing an emotional painkiller. Here's a simple model. Think of your brain like a smoke alarm. It doesn't only react to fire, it reacts to burnt toast too. Too sensitive. So every small discomfort feels urgent, and spending becomes the off switch. Not because you love buying, but because your brain learned money equals reward equals safety. And once a habit links to safety, it becomes automatic, which means willpower alone won't fix it, because you're fighting survival wiring. So what actually works? Practical framework. Not hacks, not just budget harder, but small psychological shifts that retrain the system. Delay the impulse. What to do? Wait 24 hours before any non-essential purchase. Why it works. Dopamine spikes fade quickly. If you wait, the emotional brain quiets and the rational prefrontal cortex regains control. Example, you add shoes to your cart at night. You save them instead of buying. Next day, they feel less important. The craving wasn't desire, it was emotion. Name the emotion first. What to do? Before buying, ask, what am I actually feeling right now? Why it works. Labeling emotions reduces amygdala activity, literally calming the threat system. Example, I'm not bored, I'm lonely. Once named, the urge softens, because now the brain feels understood. Replace the reward, not the habit. What to do? Swap spending with another quick reward. A walk, music, shower, calling a friend. Why it works. The brain still gets dopamine, just from a cheaper source. Example, instead of ordering food, you step outside for 10 minutes. Mood improves, Urge drops. Same chemistry, different cost. Create friction. What to do? Remove saved cards, log out of apps, make buying slightly harder. Why it works? Habits depend on convenience. Extra steps give the rational brain time to intervene. Example, typing your card number manually feels annoying, so half the time you simply don't buy. Small friction breaks automatic loops. Separate identity from behavior. What to do? Stop saying I'm bad with money. Say I sometimes use spending to cope. Why it works? Identity labels freeze behavior. Flexible language keeps the brain open to change. Example, you stop feeling ashamed, and when shame drops, impulsivity drops too, because guilt often triggers more spending. Integration. So here's the simple way to remember all this. Spending isn't the problem, it's the signal. Like a check engine light. You don't smash the light, you look under the hood. Every urge is information. Something inside me needs care. When you treat it like a message instead of a mistake, you stop fighting yourself. And strangely, the behavior starts changing on its own. Quiet, empowering close. You were never bad with money. You were just trying to soothe a tired brain with the fastest tool you had. Anyone would do the same. Now you just know better tools. Not louder ones, not stricter ones, just kinder ones. And maybe next time you feel that late night urge, you'll pause for a second and ask, what am I really needing right now? Sometimes that question is worth more than anything you could buy.